Humans have always been captivated by other planets. In the past, we could only speculate about what would occur in the cosmos, but over the years, people have been able to repeatedly exhibit pictures of other planets, which helps us better understand their environments and atmospheres. We have always been fascinated by Mars, the planet that most closely resembles Earth. So it's time to examine the new 2020 Mars images. Are you also intrigued by these? In the following, we present to you 8 brand new, amazing, thrilling, frightening, and fascinating Mars images that will transport you to the far reaches of space with their enigmatic elements. These images were captured by the spacecraft Curiosity as part of the most recent Mars mission. You never know what you will find when you gaze into space and the gathered rocks of Curiosity, so there is a lot to explore. Perhaps you will notice something that no one else has noticed before. July 2020. The mere sight of these boreholes will undoubtedly cause you to reflect. How is it possible for a Mars robot to drill holes, gather rock fragments, and take such poignant photos? You can clearly see the 26 identically sized holes looking at you like sinister black eyes, making you wonder what's underneath them. It almost seems like the robot itself is not from this world. Interest gathered 6 interesting rock samples in all. Of course, it's possible that minuscule germs or other significant findings may be inferred from the stones, or that extraterrestrial life forms could be discovered. What conclusions can we make from this? From the samples of Mars, the vehicle robot, the NASA Mars robot, took an intriguing and enigmatic selfie on February 26, 2020. This is how it appears, don't you think? Additionally, you feel as though Curiosity is kindly waving at you, and while you first continue to grin, your eyes are focused on the surroundings, and you no longer want to laugh. The mood is reminiscent of an apocalyptic horror film. Curiosity's mode of operation is illuminated in detail at this location. After just a few pictures, you'll wonder how exactly Curiosity works. Why can the vehicle do so much, and how does he or she know when a hole needs to be drilled? Next to Curiosity is the mysterious green hue pediment, a kind of crumbly layer of stone that seems to exist there for whatever reason. Additionally, Curiosity drilled a borehole on the Button crater, most likely to take another sample. Perhaps this will give us an idea of the stone crumbs or the general eerie fog atmosphere. Even though these 3 images still include a lot of mathematical and scientific context, they might help with comprehension. In order to determine if the soil is fascinating at this time or if it would be better to carry on looking, Curiosity considers the borders that separate the soil of Mars. This is done using an algorithm that employs 4 primary factors. Curiosity gives a brief overview of the characteristics of the soil to ascertain what might likely be accomplished by drilling here. Seeing how sophisticated human technology is and how little we as average customers know and comprehend about, it is fascinating. Do you see the odd little dots in the sky above Mars? Are they spaceships, meteorites, or flying rocks? Nope. These tiny, barely perceptible dots are the Earth and Venus. Now you have to put that in your mouth. A robot from a Mars vehicle takes a picture of our home planet, which appears to be as small as a marble for this moment. When something in a picture of Mars is moving, your breath stops instantly, and you too will think of an alien life form, or something else inexplicable. Even though the following snapshot does not show anything alive, it still raises the question of what could be the cause of the phenomenon. 2 images of the night sky on June 5, 2020. the 2700s Martian day were combined into one portrait because of the dust and fog on Mars. The two planets looked like dark dots without even a hint of shine. It's extremely eerie how lifeless our so vivid blue planet looks here. Mac Damon is planting his potatoes on the surface of Mars. The dust devil is circling through the tiny hills of Mount Sharp in this image from the Marianning drilling landscape, which was taken on August 9th of our time. It appears to be around 1 kilometer away and 50 meters high overall. Although it is difficult to estimate the dust tornado's exact dimensions, it is far more intriguing to wonder where these dust devils originate. Curiosity's journey to the sulfate unit. 116 photos were combined to show a crucial route for the Mars vehicle, which will have traversed this route in 2020 and will eventually arrive at the sulfate-containing Martian unit. These are the next crucial layers of the planet to be examined, and they are situated on the 5-kilometer-long Mount Sharp. Curiosity must traverse a sizable expanse of sand to find a place where it can ascend. The tension is building. What will the Martian vehicle discover there? It seems as though humanity is once again on the brink of discovering something important. Curiosity shot straight from the top of the green hue pediment. This image was taken on April 9, 2020, and it was exhausting for Curiosity, but the mystical view was well worth the steep ascent. It's incredible that things that we only know from our planet were and still are found on Mars. Now, picture how houses appear in this image and how people struggle to survive. Will this ever happen as lifeless as Mars appears in pictures? The expansive view reveals rock formations with cliff-like elements in addition to clay deposits that testify that water was once collected here and tell their own story. The smallpox-like features on the top of the pediment in this image remind us of something that we would actually consider alive, possibly some sort of virus or at least bacteria that have gone to work. It is uncanny what exactly happens on Mars when we are not looking. According to the first estimates, the small nodules were formed by water that was collected there billions of years ago in a small pond. Curiosity found the nodules on the ground near the top of the green hue pediment on February 24, 2020, the 2608th Martian day of mission. Every image is intriguing, but let's face it, when you gaze at the barren Martian landscape, do you also feel a sense of utter emptiness? As we've already mentioned, the notion that humans might one day settle there is odd. But we also respect Curiosity and are envious of his adventure. Like the diligent space probe, we all secretly like to learn more about space and visit it to satiate our curiosity. We can only view it in photographs and imagine ourselves in the enigmatic world of Mars, or we can be thankful that we can do this from home. What do you think about the subject? Have you already dealt with Mars extensively and perhaps seen many more images? Climbs mountains, examines rocks, observes the Earth and other stars and planets from the surface of Mars, makes thrilling excursions on sandy paths, observes whirlwinds, and experiences so much more. Do you think the new photos are odd or suspicious in any way? Which of the new images is your favorite? How would you like to switch places with Curiosity? How would you describe specific features on the rock's surface, such as clay or pox? We would love to hear your thoughts on the Mars journey. So please share your responses to these questions as well as anything else that comes to mind in the comments section.